Alright, here we are for another M11, or sorry, Innistrad draft. An interesting first pack. I mean, this pack, wow, it is deep on the black. With the best black card probably being the Falconwrath Noble here. I mean, Moorland Haunt's a very good card, as is Forbidden Alchemy. Forbidden Alchemy, obviously, is slightly black. As good as the black is, or as much as there's so many black cards, I think I might just lean toward taking the Noble. I mean, if we take the Noble, the next person might go ahead and take one of the black cards or take, like, the Haunt. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black cards. We'd probably wheel one back. God, and the Haunt is very, very good, but it commits us to 2 colors. And I don't know how good... Like, you don't really want to be splashing for one of those because it's a colorless land in itself, and so sometimes it's hard to hit your color. God, but it is very good. I think the Noble is just the best card here and leads us down to a blue-black or to a black-red path. And hopefully we wheel something else back. Gutter Grime. This card can single-handedly beat a lot of decks. Tribute to Hunger is okay. Probably better in like a black-red removal heavy deck than blue-black, as I've said in the past, because you don't really want to mix it with Clusterphobias. It looks like they probably took an uncommon over the Gutter Grime. Like, I think Gutter Grime is just even worth splashing. This card comes down, and if they can't deal with it, it pretty much just wins you the game. I mean, against like a black-red deck, it's almost always an auto win if it lands. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take that. I don't really like green-black, but... And I don't really like passing the Tribute. I mean, it's possibly switch out, and we could even just splash the Noble and something like green-white. Though I still think a black card's going to wheel from the first pack, so I'd rather stick to black and maybe just splash this. I'm looking what else. Like, I'd expect like the Tribute and the Mauler to go next, probably, depending on what people have. But yeah, we're going to take the Gutter Grime. Well, we're sticking with black, I think. Mono the Unhallowed, very, very good. Unbreathing Horde, not so good. I guess if you get a ton of zombies, it could be okay. Nothing exciting. I mean, Blazing Torch, again, wouldn't further commit us, but I think Mono the Unhallowed is that much better than Torch, and we have a very good black card that's worth sticking with the black. I mean, if we have to go black-green, we have to go black-green, or we can just maybe go blue-black and splash the Gutter Grime. But yeah, Moan is clearly the pick here for me. Well, this pack... I mean, Cloister is okay in terms of if you have a solid beatdown plan. It doesn't fit in our colors currently. I mean, Sharpened Pitchfork's actually decent in black-white too, if we somehow went the black-white route. I don't really like it in black-red, black-blue, though. I might just go ahead and take the Traveler's Amulet here, because in case we end up going blue-black or something, we want to splash the Gutter Grime. I don't really like Boneyard Worm in a green-black strategy. I think it's better in like blue-green, where you're better able to mill yourself. Yeah, I think just picking up the Amulet here is going to be the best bet. I mean, Cloistered Youth probably is the pick in a vacuum, but based on what we already have, I think the Amulet is just going to be better. Huh. Well, Interloper's better in like a black-red beatdown deck. The Gold Collar's Chance probably better in a blue-black deck, or a deck that features heavily on zombies. We don't have a lot of zombies yet, though we might be wheeling stuff like that on Breathing Horde. I don't see a reason to dip into blue yet for the Oculist. I think Interloper's just a little bit better, depending on how we go. I mean, we could even be black-red, splashing the Gutter Grime in the end. That I think just taking the Interloper here. We need some earlier drops. He's a fine card. We do see a decent amount of red cards here, so we could end up dipping into red, though the Oculist, I mean, we could still end up dipping into blue. And this might be a little bit worse, but I don't think it's worth taking Ghoul Collar's Chant right now over it, because you can often pick up Ghoul Collar's Chance a lot later. Huh. So here, either we take the Interloper, or I think we take the Dagger. Even without humans, Dagger is a Darksteel Axe. It's not terrible, and it's very good when you have things like Mono the Unhallowed. Or even if we end up going like a white-black route, you might end up getting humans, and like it's sick with like Doom Travelers, where you can put it on the token after the Traveler dies. It's probably that much better than just taking the Interloper. I mean, it's good with Interlopers because it makes a huge flyer. Even though it's better to have a higher creature count because of our Gutter Grime, I think just taking the dagger here is a little bit stronger than taking the Interloper. If we do go blue-black, it also transforms your, 1/4 guys into actual threats. Well, this is a very late Rage Thrower. We already have the Traveler's Amulet, and as I said, I don't think we're playing green-black. This would really lead me to believe that red is probably decently open, and that there just hasn't been a lot of red, opened in the pack so far. I think he's worth taking, or splashing if somehow we do go black-green. And yeah, we still might end up black-red, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab him here. Well, this is a perfect card for a black-red strategy. Hopefully we start wheeling some of the other stuff, but yeah, he works well with our other 2 vampires. Yeah, it seems like a great card. I mean, I wish we could get some Ultra Reaps later, which we're not going to end up getting since we saw a lot of Trader's Bloods at my table, but yeah, taking the Rakish Air fits very well in black-red. If you do go black-red, yeah, I think you either go like the zombie Ghoul Razor route or the double red Crossway Vampires route. That being said, I mean, I don't think any of these 3 cards are better than the Ghoul Razor. We already have a double black card, so I'll probably just lean toward maybe picking up some zombies later on. I think Ghoul Razor is just a little bit better, and hopefully we'll get some Walking Corpses. And we'll just go ahead and take the Brain Weevil. Maybe we'll get a Banshee or something that's good to trigger. Yeah, it works with Gutter Grime. I mean, we get rid of their 2 cards and we keep a 1/1. Or a 2/2 or 3/3 or 4/4, depending. Go ahead and take the Moon Mist here, I guess. I don't think Fear of the Bitten. I mean, I guess, well, I guess this could be maybe sideboarded in for some reason. I don't think I'll play it, so I'll hide it. Well, it's either Rare Draft from the Witchbane or we're taking the Bump in the Night. We're already probably splashing Gutter Grime. It's a powerful card. I don't think Bump in the Night's ever going to get played, so I'm going to take the Witchbane Orb. I think Curse of Oblivion. I mean, I guess this is good if we have... Yeah, I guess. I mean, both of these, if you want one for your sideboard, somebody's going to have it. Curse of Oblivion might be better for our sideboard, but I don't think we're ever going to sideboard it in, so I'll just take the card that might be good against us if we tend to get way too many vampires. Whoa. As good as Brimstone Volley is, yeah, I think I'm taking the Reaper from the Abyss. And that, I'm glad we're, heavier on black. Like, this leads me to want to play more black. Wow. I wonder what we're going to table here. Probably another Interloper. Let's see. If we take this, it's probably going to be like 2, 3... like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, there's a lot of cards in here, but... So we might be getting the Interloper back. We might get the Kessigul for the Scourge. Yeah, but I mean, there's no way we're not taking a 6/6 flyer that kills things. Now the Brain Weevil is looking decent, since we can trigger it on the same turn. And, well, I guess we're also picking up a Wrath of God. Yeah, I mean, maybe we get something like Pitchburn Devils back. Doubtful, since there's no other red cards. Probably not getting anything wheeled on this pack. But I don't see us taking anything but a Wrath of God, especially when we have a Gutter Grime that we can splash. I mean, blow everything up and we get to keep a ton of stuff. That sounds good to me. I've never played with this guy, but I assume he's okay. I mean, they can't deal with it the turn he comes out. He becomes nearly unstoppable. And he works well with our Rakish Air. None of the other cards, I mean, Alter's Reap is good to have maybe one of those, but none of these other cards really work. Or, are great for our deck, yeah. I guess we take our 3rd rare in a row. And now, I mean, now we're looking a little, like, the mana base is a little bit sketchy, but, I mean, we have a Traveler's Amulet. I wouldn't even be upset to take another Traveler's Amulet. Having extra lands in a deck like this, I think, is fine, since we have such powerful top-end cards. Well, here we got a choice. It's either the Geist Flame or the Reckless Waif. We're a little short on removal. In fact, we don't really have much removal, except for the Wrath and the Reaper. So I think the Geist Flame is going to be better than the Wave. They're both early plays. We got a fair amount of creatures. So the Waif isn't... I mean, the Waif is a very good card. But yeah, I think Geist Flame, just as that early play, is going to be better. Or is that removal late game for something that we really need to remove? Well, we definitely can't, unfortunately, splash Renaissance. I actually really like Creeping Renaissance. This is not the deck for it. I mean, and we're obviously not splashing it. Though it does work well with Wrath of God type effects. So either we take the Ghoul Caller's Chant here or we just take the Markov Patrician. I think we just go for the Patrician. I mean, Ghoul Caller's Chant's pretty good when you have very powerful creatures, which we do, but I think we could still pick up another one of those later. And the Patrician is a vampire, so it works pretty well if they don't have any way to remove it. It also has lifelink, so it can help us get to our later card, you know, survive and hang around a little bit longer. I think this card's interesting, but based on our mana costs, I don't think... I mean, I think I'd rather have just another Ghoul Raiser, since the more we have, the better each one gets. It's an interesting combo. If we have 2 Ghoul Raisers and the Gutter Grime out, we can continually make dudes by chumping. We have such a powerful late game already, I don't think we really need a Blood Haul to finish people off. I think we'll have enough stuff to do with our mana. Yeah, I think the other Ghoul Raiser, this Ghoul Raiser is just going to be better. I don't really like Corpse Lunge here. It's okay, but yeah, I think we can get Corpse Lunges later, and we can't really fill our graveyard. I think just the other Ghoul Raiser is going to be stronger. And there's a late Burning Vengeance. I guess nobody has a Burning Vengeance deck at this point. We only have a couple things we can flash back. And we could maybe take the Scourge or the Vengeance. I mean, Vengeance is fine. Obviously, it's better in a blue deck where you're getting to more and more flashback spells, so I don't think it's that great for us. We don't have anything to sack yet, so Traitor's Blood's not amazing. Ghoul Caller's Chant, again, is okay, but maybe we can pick up another one of those late. I don't think we're going to get one here. I think the Scourge is a fine pick. This is a very strong card. It's a little bit slow, but it is hard to deal with. It's very large. Well, we got 4 vampires, so maybe Vampiric Fury could be okay. I'm trying to decide. Like, Ancient Grudge, I don't think is worth it right now. There's another Bump in the Night, but I think our card quality is good enough we're not playing Bump in the Night. You know, maybe we would have been if we had picked up that Burning Vengeance from the last pack, but I think Scourge is going to be better for us, or Vengeance. I think I'm just going to take the Fury here. I think it's a sideboard option, a little bit better than the taking the Bump in the Night. Yep, and Vampire Interloper, much better for us, especially now that we have a Fury, than the Kessig Wolf. Well, I don't think it's ever really worth it to hate any cards. I don't think we're ever playing 2 Brain Weevils. Though I don't think we're ever playing the Bump in the Night. Maybe I'm just worried about losing to other Bump in the Nights. Go take it just in case we play. And we also know we had passed that Burning Vengeance, so maybe somebody else playing Black-Red could get too many of those, and it could just be bad for us. Yeah, I don't see us playing Flail. I think I'd rather see us playing Night Revelers. Now we have a Fury and the Air. I don't really like Patrol. I think Night Revelers is a little bit better than Patrol. How there's a Moon Heron here? Still, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Moon Heron. Ooh, and a Ghoul Caller's Chant. Nice. Well, it's probably just going to be getting back 1 creature. That 1 creature, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and hide the Bump in the Night. Our card quality is such that I doubt we're playing that. And yeah, I mean, Ghoul Caller's Chant getting back 1 creature when it's a quality creature. That's not bad at all. Wow, Army of the Damned. Well, so I've had this card twice in draft, and I think I'm 6 for 6 in terms of casting it, and the turn after I cast it, they concede or I win the game. So I don't think I'm taking anything but that. Maybe we get something like Ashmouth Hound or Village Cannibals back, or the Watchkeep. It'll probably be something, I mean, like the Watchkeep or the Cannibals. if we do get something back. This pack's actually pretty deep in terms of the other cards that are here. I mean, everything is semi-playable except for the shovel, it looks like. So, yeah, we'll probably get something back from this pack, but no question we're taking Army of the Damned. Well, we're definitely not taking the Past in Flames. Yeah, though it's a another mythic, I don't think it's a mythic that would ever make our deck. So it's either between the Cannibals, the Bloodcurse Neonate, or the Ghoul Raiser. Well, we don't have a lot of humans, so I think the Cannibals are out. The Neonate works quite well with our other vampires and our Vampiric Fury, but the Ghoul Raiser also works very well just with our other ghouls. Such that I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Ghoul Raiser. I mean, this card's often going to go late, too. Like, it might table. Well, we're short on removal. I think Into the Maw Hell is going to be the pick. I'm wondering right now if we should even be playing the Gutter Grime, just based on our mana. Look at this pack. Not very much for us. Seeing if Demonic Hauberk could be okay. I mean, Hauberk looks interesting when you have 3 Ghoul Raisers, because you can sack a Ghoul, or, you know, a Ghoul Raiser to equip Hauberk to something and bring one back. But, and that would work pretty well with Reaper of the Abyss and Rage Thrower, but I don't think that's going to be necessary for us. It also works well with Gutter Grime, in fact. I think I'd rather just take the Grotto here. Even though that might slow us down by a turn, it could be useful. Well, I don't think we'd ever play any of these cards. Again, I don't really like the Corpse Lunge, especially now that we have Ghoul Raisers and the Ghoul Caller's Chant. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Drown Yard. And, well, our choices on cards are running out. I might just go ahead and take the Lab Maniac in Rare Draft. And I'd much prefer Rare Drafting than hating something from somebody else, so that Burning Vengeance deck could really use that. I don't really care very much. I'd rather just grab something, or grab the rare. Are we ever going to play a Stormkirk Patrol? Probably not. I'm just going to take the Witchbane Orb and Rare Draft again. Wow, and Unburial Rites. Okay, well... yeah, I mean, we're probably not playing Gutter Grime at this point. I think Unburial Rites is that much better. Here we take the Village Cannibals, which is good sideboard versus humans. Well, we got a perfect sideboard against green-white humans. But yeah, yeah, Corpse Lunge if we need it. Wow, Unburial Rites means that I think we just sit the Gutter Grime, as strong as Gutter Grime is, and just splash the white. I mean, we have the Shimmering Grotto, and we could play a Plains. Though playing the Plains might stress our mana a lot. We have a lot of double red, a lot of triple black, and early double black. So we're gonna, I think we want to hide the Vampiric Fury. Though it works very well with a lot of our cards. I don't think it's something we necessarily need to be playing main deck. Like, I don't think the Night Revelers will make the cut either. Yeah, this is kind of a weird deck, because Gutter Grime is very, very strong. But now that we got the Unburial Rites, like, I don't think I'm playing these Corpse Lunges, mainly because we have such graveyard recursion. We don't want to be removing stuff that bad from our graveyard. I actually think maybe I even play 18 land and go 4 colors with 1 Plains, 1 Forest, the Shimmering Grotto, and the Amulet. Like, our deck is strong enough that we have a lot to do with mana with Ghoul Raisers, Army of the Damned. We have a reset in the Blasphemous Act. If we get to higher amounts of mana, we have some very powerful cards we can cast. So we have an aggressive early game, but we also have a very powerful late game if we just draw into our lands. Such that I could easily see playing 18 land in this deck, oddly enough. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. I always seem to get like an Umbrero Rights late. The draft before this that I didn't record, or the one before my 10th draft that I recorded, I ended up getting a 5-color Burning Vengeance deck, blue-green base, and it went 5-color because I got this like 8th pick, pack 3. Ended up winning the draft pretty easily. It was an interesting draft. Kind of fun to go 5-color, and actually have a mana base that worked. So right now, I mean, we only have 12 creatures listed, but we really have more because Umbrero Ice is kind of a creature, Moans is a creature, Army of the Damned is a creature. Our removal is a little light. We just have the Geist Flame, the Into the Maw and the Blasphemous Act. But Ghoul Razors are pseudo removal when you can just recur them. And this is a pseudo creature as well, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 18 land, we do run the risk of getting mana flooded, but we really just don't want to miss land drops with these amazing things, and we don't want to get land screwed. And I think Gutter Grime is strong enough that with Ghoul Razor Recursion, we can just win a game easily that way. I mean, and the question is, like, not just, or should we run 18 land, but what would you run over the 18th land? I mean, it'd probably be one of these 4 cards, and none of those look that exciting to me. Obviously stuff like Brain Weevils can be okay, especially with like the Gutter Grime, the Reaper, the Rage Thrower. It can trigger all those things, but overall not that exciting. This deck is interesting. It's got enough early offense. Yeah, I guess Vampiric Fury could be a possible card too, because I do have 5 vampires. Or sorry, 6 vampires. I mean, this could be a blowout in certain attacks, depending on what I have in play. But this deck, while it's interesting because it's got a lot of early plays, but then it can also switch into the control game and go for a super late game. And if we do play 18 land and Traveler's Amulet, I mean, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot of land. Was that 16, 17, 18? Yeah. $15, 16, 17. I mean, it would have to be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swamps. I mean, Shimmering Grotto, would slow us down a little bit, but we really want swamps early. I mean, it's only till turn 5 and on that we really need double red. Like, even this, if we have to kill some of the 2 toughness, requires double red, and that's turn 5. Early on, we want just as much black mana as we can, just to chump with our Ghoul Razors, and, in fact, just get our Ghoul Razors out. And, like, if we have this guy, we want to be hitting him turn 6, so I think having more swamps than mountains is key. It's kind of weird choosing to play the 5 colors. I mean, we could take out the Gutter Grime. If we did that, maybe we even just take out the Traveler's Amulet. We drop the Forest. So we'd go down to 17 lands. We'd still play the 1 plains. And we would just throw in, like, those 3 cards, maybe. That could lead to a more consistent deck. Obviously, it would lose a lot of late game power, and I think, well, it would lead to a more consistent beatdown deck, which could be better, but it would lose a lot of late game power by losing the Gutter Grime, and it would possibly lose to just being stalled on mana. I mean, or we could just keep the Traveler's Amulet in to help fix our mana, depending on if we need the Swamp or the Mountain, and add, like, these 2 for a better stable beatdown deck. I honestly do not know what is better. Like right now, we could be making a big mistake by playing the Gutter Grime and just screwing up our mana because of that. But playing 4 colors is a lot more fun than playing 2. So there's that aspect too. I'm not just doing this. I mean, it might be the better bet to play the Vampiric Fury, the Night Revelers, drop the Gutter Grime in the Forest. That might be the best way to go about building this deck, but it wouldn't be as fun. So as long as I admit that and I'm accepting that fact, I think I'll go with what we currently have. Alright. I will see you for round 1.